life, you know. And so you're only in competition with yourself, nobody else. So figure out who you are. Everyone is a unique combination. I can explain this logically if you want. If you take away everything that physically exists, time and energy, okay? Time and energy. It's the only thing that is eternal, right? There's always constantly moving forward in motion. That's all that's left to take away everything that's physical, right? When you do that, you realize they're constantly moving forward in motion. We're constantly evolving, we're creating. And so when you think of that, that means the past, present, future all exist at the same time, okay? Which means that you could say there's parallel universes. But the thing is that everything is a unique combination. Think about it like this. Numbers is equivalent to time and energy. Numbers don't have a beginning or an end. You can keep adding more and more numbers. They are infinity. It will go forever. So there is an unlimited and all unique amount of combinations though. One could only be one, right? You could only have one concept of the number 12, right? You can only have one concept of every number. So that means, you know, I am a certain number, and my certain number is based off the past lives that I've been through, the experiences that I have in this lifetime, and everything that I do, the smell, the hear, the touch, absolutely every single tiny little thing, the way I move my finger, everything is creating that combination of numbers. And as I grow up and become more and more of a human being, that number is growing and evolving and is becoming something more. The combination is changing, but I am a unique piece. You're a unique combination of numbers, right? And no one can take that away. No one can change that. So you need to follow your own path. You can't follow another person's combination. Follow your own path. Figure out who you really are. And when you have that, fear and all that crap out there, it's again faith between you and God, you and the universe, that you have faith through your journey, through your experiences, not following in somebody else's, you know. And when you do that, and there's failed relationships and failed, you know, in moments that you might have lost your sense of self when you were younger or wherever, because you'd rely on other people and your parents to tell you what to do, and beliefs and teachers to tell you what to do, you know. And that's the other thing with school. It's crap because, you know, you grow up thinking that the teacher's got to tell you what to do. This is what you got to learn. This is how we do life. And when really it's nonsense. It's a complete control, mind control. You got to figure out your own. You got to think of what you really want to learn and love, and put your time and energy into that, because you're only one person, right? You can't all be the same. We're all different. We're all a unique combination by nature. And that's why by nature people are growing out of it. The internet was created. Why more entrepreneurs and online entrepreneurs are being created. That's human nature, is to find our true selves. You know, it has nothing to do with school. It's nothing to do with education, college. It's bullshit. It's a financial flaw. It's you know, you end up going into debt going into college. They make money off you. You know, it's bullshit. And so it's like, yeah, if you want to learn, you found truly what you really want to study, and you want to learn, you love neuroscience, you love to learn about the brain, go to college and figure it out. I still plan to go to college after, when I have more time. You know, I want to do what I love doing right now. I love it, right? But I want to learn more about the brain, so I don't mind going to college and paying that money, because I'm genuinely interested in trying to learn about the brain. You know, I'm going to find all the information I can about it. And so, you know, it's things like that. It's finding your own path. But when you lose in life, when you lose those things, you still have your sense of self to go back to. You still know where you're going. You have a future. You have a vision. When you get into a relationship, here's where codependent relationships are created, is because both people, or one of the people, don't know who they really are. They don't know them true selves. When you're in a relationship, what do you want? You need two full hearts coming together, two wholes come together, not a half broken heart and another half broken heart come together. It's a codependent relationship, right? When you don't know yourself and you're relying on another person, to your partner, to make sense of yourself, you know, it's codependency. So when something changes, those relationships will always fail. Codependent relationships always fail most of the time, or they either are just not happy. They are moments of misery, and you're not very close to each other. You're not very connected. You know, there's ways to cope with it, but again, they're not whole relationships that are full of love, passion, and life. Those relationships blossom into something so much more than you can even fathom, right? It's so what you really want to just figure out your whole self. And back to the relationships, right? One thing that's so important you got to realize too is everything's about relationships. This whole world was built out of relationships. We came together to build businesses. We came together to communicate the things, so to build everything we have, right? People came together to do it. So community is the most important. Guess what? The word in the word community, communicate. To communicate the foundation of relationships and communities, to know how to communicate. And what do you need in order to communicate? Self-awareness. You need to understand yourself. When you understand yourself, you develop more empathy, and empathy is a foundation, another foundation of relationships. To be able to understand what another person's feeling, so you can communicate better directly towards them, that helps them make sense of it. That's communication. That's perfect communication, right? So efficient communication is so important in life, and you can only do that by understanding yourself and being self-aware of yourself, to create your own, make sense of yourself. You know, find your unique combination, use it. Find your strengths, find your passion, and serve others with it. That's your purpose. That is the two reasons why we're here on Earth as a human being. And this goes back metaphysics. I could go on and on, the concept of life and metaphysics and how we energetically work. But remember this, the reasons we're here on Earth is, for one, to find, this is what it means to live in our whole potential, to reach our whole potential and serve others with it and live in it, is to find the things that we love doing, find our strengths, know our weaknesses, and learn from it. Learn and build on our strengths. But the thing is, when we find those things, right, they say our purpose is the combination between something we love doing, and the same thing that we love doing is also something we're extremely good at, and we serve others with it. When you serve others with it, you're solving a problem with it, right? There's your business, there's your you know, everyone's an entrepreneur. Whether you're even a doctor, an entrepreneur, you go to college, you get a degree, you have to make that effort, that willpower to go get a job, right? You're an entrepreneur. So the word entrepreneur is just overrated. It's ridiculous. You know, I like to create things. I'm a creator. You can call me that, but I'm certainly just like everybody else. I'm just an entrepreneur. But my point is that you serve others with it. So, you know, when you understand yourself, you know your strengths, you know, and you put it together, and you find that the one thing that you're both great at and you love to do, that's your purpose. You serve others with it. You're solving a problem. You're building a business. That's where it starts to blossom. You will attract all the money and all the everything in the world that you need to live the life that you want to live, that is to your values, to your sense, the way you make sense of this world and yourself. That is important, because that is all that matters. That is you living in your whole potential and serving others. That is you contributing to the community, contributing to society, truly contributing to the world and life the way you're supposed to, and the universe as a whole, and God. You know, it's all one. We are all one at the end of it. We're all here on this earth. We're all pieces of a big puzzle. When, you know, what it means to really hold yourself together, put your piece together so you can fit in with the universe, to fit with the world, is to, like I said, to find your purpose, to know yourself. And I just explained basically everything I said is the process of understanding yourself, to figure out what it is that you love to do, and to eventually serve others with it, serve the world with it. And when you do that, you will attract everything that you ever needed, everything that you ever wanted, because you will be on the path and in alignment with the things that hold you together, that make you you. You use your values and everything that you know of yourself and the world around you to let your willpower guide that willpower, the stabilizer of thought, to think in the direction of your vision, to think in the direction of what makes you who you are. And using your willpower to do that, you'll eventually attract all of it, because you put yourself in that path.